What's up everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmine if you're new here, but if you're not and you've been back time and time again, thank you so much for coming back and supporting my channel. So my channel focuses on faith, fashion, lifestyle, and a little bit of luxury, and today we're going to talk about lifestyle and luxury because we're going to talk about how to get your hands on some of your most coveted luxury items. So if you guys are interested in a video like this, then stay tuned. Alrighty you guys, so as a newbie in the luxury game, I wanted to share with you guys how I've been able to get my hands on some really hard to find items, as I know that it seems like during the global pandemic the production of a lot of things have gone down, especially the luxury world, and therefore they are a lot harder to get. So I've picked up some tips and tricks along the way, and I've also subscribed to some YouTubers who have given me a lot of help. So I want to share those quick and easy tips with you guys if you are looking into purchasing a luxury item this year. Okay, so the first thing I would say, you guys, is to create a luxury wish list. This list should consist of maybe like 1 to 10 items that you really want. I mean, like, you have to have. As a newbie, I think one of the hardest things for me to do was to pick out what I really want versus like just picking out a lot of trendy items. You want to make sure that the items that you're picking are things that actually speak to your soul, are actually things that you can wear on a day-to-day basis. You don't want to like waste your money on just getting trendy items if they're not something that you're gonna like love and keep for a long time. For me, I currently have no interest in like reselling any of my items, and so I like to make sure that any item that I purchase is going to be something that's useful for my day-to-day life, but also something that I feel like I'm gonna really cherish and like be very excited about for a really long time. So I haven't bought anything trendy that I thought was like, oh, you know, this is a bag that everybody has and therefore I need, like the bum bag, because it was a bag that I didn't feel that I would love and love forever. I just don't have that love for that bag, and so therefore I'm kind of saving my money and also just organizing the things that I really love for dedicated purchases. My second tip is to make sure that you're sticking to your wish list, you guys. It is so easy, especially on this, it's just like social media at times can be very deceiving, and so every time we see some of our favorite YouTubers with a new bag, we feel like it's something that we need to have, and therefore it distracts us from what we really want to have. So have a wish list, make sure that you're sticking to it so you can stay focused on your goals. Now that you've got your wish list and you know what you want and you've decided you're going to stick to this wish list, there are 2 places that you can search for a luxury item. The first place is the actual retail store of where the item can be purchased, i.e. Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Celine, Nordstrom, wherever, or you can search the pre-loved market, and there are tons of websites, Tradesies, there's Fashion File, there's tons. You guys should search and research which ones that you think have the best items and purchase your items based on that. But for me personally, I've realized that the pre-loved market is more expensive than the actual retail market. Therefore, I'm not a huge fan of purchasing from the pre-loved market. If you're deciding that you really want a bag, I would say start searching for that bag a few months before you actually want to purchase it. That way you give your time to save money, you also give yourself time to watch the market, and you give yourself time to actually hunt for it so that you're not forced to get it very quickly from the pre-loved website where it's going to have some type of imperfection and it's going to cost you a lot more money. So now that we've decided that we're gonna get it from the retail store or the pre-loved market, wherever you guys decide, next I'm gonna tell you guys to kind of keep an eye on the items. Sometimes those items go up or down, or sometimes the websites have sales. Now I know certain places like Louis Vuitton do not have sales, and so you should keep that in mind as you're looking for items, but other websites do have sales and discounts. Like the Nordstrom yearly sale had discounts on some really popular luxury items. So just make sure that you're like keeping a radar on where that item can be purchased and if those websites or places have sales, because it can in the long run save you a lot of money. So if you've done your due diligence in all of those sections and the bag is sold out and you can't find it anywhere, my next step is going to be to find yourself a C CA. A CA is a person that's going to work in customer service to assist you in your purchases. I really love Louis Vuitton because I've had really awesome CAs. They've all been very, very helpful in helping me acquire the items. But it did take a long time. So I just kept checking back in with that CA to say, have you seen the item? Have you seen the item? Or sometimes they'll reach back out to me in a week or two and say, hey, we found the item. Do you still want it? So having a dedicated person that's going to like keep their eye on it for you is super helpful. The best way to do this is to snag another person's CA. So have someone that you know are close to share their CA's information with you and then contact with them. Or to have a purchase history with wherever you're purchasing the item and have that person keep up with you. If you're not purchasing on the retail website and you decide that you want to purchase on a pre-loved website, then some of the websites, like for instance Fashion File, have this really cool thing where you can put it in your cart or keep your eye on it. You keep a little heart on it and it tells you like, okay, 50 other people are keeping their eye on it, or this item is almost gone, or it's a really, really popular item, or this item is on sale. And so that's super awesome to have that opportunity to have on those websites. But most of the retail websites don't have that. And so a CA is going to be your best bet to keep an eye out for an item that is not on the website and that's sold out everywhere else. Another really great resource to check out are the blogs. There are Facebook groups, there are entire blogs dedicated to finding really hard to get items, i.e. the Louis Vuitton pochette accessoire. That thing is so hard to find. There are websites and literally entire Facebooks dedicated to how to get it, what to look for, the times to check in. People pop in and say, hey, I saw the item on the website, or I just purchased it, and therefore they kind of like help one another find items that they're looking for. So if you want, you can hop on Facebook and look up those groups. Make sure that you're joining a reputable group just by asking around, asking friends, asking for opinions within the group, and asking for help, so that you make sure that you're dedicating your time and energy to a group that's actually going to be helpful to you. But I have heard a lot of people say that they've had success doing that, and so it's always worth a try. Next up is a place that I've actually never shopped, but I've heard a lot of good things about, and that is a luxury consignment store. So if you live in a town or a city that has luxury consignment, that's a really great place that, one, you can walk in and physically look, touch, feel, smell the item to make sure that it's in good condition. And it's also a place where you can build a relationship with a CA. I know a lot of people who have purchased their luxury items pre-loved from some of these markets, and it's been super beneficial because they don't have to pay for shipping. Sometimes they don't have to pay for tax depending on where they live, and they're able to fully vet out that item before they purchase, which I know is a huge deal when it comes to pre-loved luxury items. And last but not least, I'm going to say master the art of patience and persistence, because some of these items are so loved that they are super hard to find, i.e. the Louis Vuitton Nano Speedy. I love that thing. I want it very, very bad, but I can never find it on the website. I can never find it. I don't want to buy it pre-loved, and it's just super hard to get my hands on. Luckily, it's not an item that I need by said date. Therefore, I'm just gonna keep waiting, gonna keep calling in, gonna keep asking a friend, keep waiting on my CA until I officially get it. Some people check the website consistently at certain times, and they just hope that a time that they're in it, they can add to cart. That works for some people, but to be honest, I work a full-time job. I'm an entrepreneur and a freelancer, and the last thing I have time to do is sit around and scour through a website. So I do try to use some of the previous suggestions I gave to you guys for that, but to be honest, I am just going to be patient until I can get my hands on the right piece. I do think that it's worth it to take your time and just wait for it, especially for a really hot commodity item, because you're gonna pay less retail for a perfectly new, in good condition item over purchasing it pre-loved with whatever wear and tear it has on it, and paying possibly double for that item. I love luxury, guys, but I don't love it enough to pay double for it. Do you know what I mean? So patience and persistence, I do think, pay off. My mini pochette, you guys, is going for $700-800 on the pre-love market, and I got mine at retail for $365, and I'm fine with that. It did take me 2 months to get it, but not only was it worth it to get the item in perfect condition and get one that was made in France, but it was also worth it to just have it at the price that it was meant to be and not feel like I got price gouged for the item. So to be honest, had I got it at double, triple the price, I don't think I would have loved it as much, because I kind of would have felt like I got screwed a little bit. So mastering the art of patience is really part of the luxury purchase game, and I also think getting it in the full condition, getting it in the box, waiting for it, and finally persisting and getting what you want is like the best feeling in the world. Honestly, I feel like it's one of the main statutes of purchasing luxury items. Alright, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed my tips and tricks for purchasing luxury items for newbies. Like I said, I am a newbie, and I totally understand when you've only purchased 1 or 2 items and it is hard to get the item that you want. But I just want to encourage you guys to not go spending your money like on a bunch of different random things, and save it up for what you really want. I think it just means so much more. There's a few items that I have my eyes on that are SOGs, and they're super affordable, and I could buy them today, but there's a purse that I want even more, and so I am putting that money aside, I'm saving it, and I am just being patient and persistent until I've saved up enough money to get to my ultimate dream bag. And I think it's just going to make it all the better when I get to unbox it for you guys. So hopefully these tips and tricks work for you, and you guys let me know some of your tips and tricks down below in the comments. I'd love to know if there are other ways to snag a bag that I'm trying to get, or even other ways to get it at a discount. I'd love to hear that. So make sure you're sharing it below, and as always, thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed day.